Now that we've masked the sky, we're going to key out the blue in the area that you masked. First, you'll duplicate the layer and then apply mask modes to isolate the mask. So on your timeline, go to 202. Excuse me. Then select the close shot layer. Choose Edit and Duplicate. So we've duplicated that layer. It is now called Close Shot 2. Select the Close Shot layer and choose Subtract from its mask mode. It's right here where it says None. We're going to click Subtract. Select the Close Shot 2 layer. Press M to display its mask properties. Choose Add from its mask mode menu. When you apply the subtract mode, the influence of the mask is subtracted from the mask above it in the stacking order. The add mask mode adds the mask to the mask above it. In this case, you're ensuring that only the sky is going to be selected in the close shot 2 layer. If you zoom into the composition window while no layers are selected, you can see a faint line where the 2 layers intersect. Select the close shot layer. Press the M key twice, and that will show all of the mask properties for the layer. Reduce the mask expansion value. So right here, this is going to be -1. -1. The mask expansion setting determines how far in pixels from the mask path on the influence of the mask on the alpha channel extends. You've shrunk the mask on the close shot layer so that the 2 masks don't overlap. Hide the properties for the close shot layer. Select the close shot 2 layer. Choose Effect, Keying, and Key Light 1.2. The Key Light 1.2 effect options appear in the Effect Controls panel. Select the eyedropper next to the screen color, then sample an area of the sky near the boy's head. So we're going to select this and then go over close to the boy's head and click the sky. Most of the sky is keyed out, but if your mask overlapped any of the shadowy areas of the buildings, they're probably affected too. You'll use screen balance to fix that. Change the screen balance. Right now it's at 95. Change that to 0. The buildings lighten up. Screen balance determines how saturation is measured. With a balance of 1, saturation is measured against the smaller of the other 2 components in the color. With a balance of 0, it's measured against the larger of the 2. With a balance of 0.5, it's measured from the average of the 2. Generally speaking, blue screens work best with a balance of around 0.95 and green screens with a balance of about 0.5. But it varies depending on the colors in the image. For many clips, try selecting the balance closer to 0 and then closer to 1 to see what works best. Click the Toggle Transparency Grid button. Your toggle transparency is right here. So click that, and that shows you the keyed out area clearly. Expand the Screen Matte category. So right over here, expand Screen Matte. And then change the clip white value. Clip white, we're going to change that to 67. The screen matte is the matte that remains when you've keyed out other parts of the image. Sometimes the parts of the matte are accidentally keyed out. The clip white value turns the gray, transparent pixels to white. This process is very similar to adjusting levels for a layer. Anything above the clip white value is considered pure white. Likewise, the clip black value makes anything below the value completely black. Make sure the final result is right here, where it's right underneath the key light. Make sure the final result is chosen. Hide the properties for the close shot 2 layer. It's a great time to save what we've done. So click File and then Save. With the original sky keyed out, we're ready to add the clouds to the scene. So click the Project tab right up here in the top. Click the Project tab to display the project panel, and then drag the storm clouds to the timeline, placing it below the close shot layer. So click on Storm Clouds and put it between the close shot and the wide shot. Drag the end of the storm clouds layer to align with the end of the close shot layer. So right here on the timeline, we're going to click and we're going to drag that over to where it matches the rest of it. Now the clouds are there, but they're not very dramatic. We'll make them larger and adjust their position. Press the S key, and that displays the scale property. Change the amount to 222%. Press Shift and the letter P, and that displays the position property for the layer. Change the value, change this first one to 580.5 and this one to 255.7. Although our storm clouds are dramatic, the contrast of the image and the color cast don't really match the foreground effects. We're going to use Auto Levels effect to correct that. So with the storm cloud layer selected, choose Effect, Color Correction, and then Auto Levels. To brighten the clouds just a bit, change the white clip value to 1. So click right there and type 1. The black clip and the white clip values determine how much of the shadows and highlights, respectively, are clipped to the new extreme shadow and highlight colors in the image. Setting the clipping values too high reduces detail in the shadows or highlights. 1% is as high as typically recommended. Let's go ahead and save what we've got, and we'll go to the next video.